Let's watch the stupidest criminals of all time. What the fuck? Okay, this is a weird way to start the video. Like, these guys are just like Batman, like blackface or whatever. Okay, nice. So what do we think these two people did? This, look, the timestamp says 2000, something above 2010, or before 2010. Let's just assume like 2007. What did these guys do? Robbery, you think? I'm not gonna lie, with this on their face, there's no way that it's just basic robbery. Like, they had to get caught, like, it gotta be a hate crime or something. There's no way that this is...
Miller robbed a home in Iowa.
Did you watch this before? The fuck? Did you watch this before, or you just, like, guessed robbery?
Using masks drawn onto their face.
Yo, so these dumb mother... Hold up, bro. Hold up, because now I actually gotta hear it.
With permanent black marker. Whilst on the run, the two discovered that permanent black marker doesn't rub off easily, leading to their simple arrest and embarrassingly stupid mugshots. However, these two still look like geniuses in comparison to some of the other idiots.
What the fuck happened to him? Yo, oh my god, look at his ear. Forget the ears, bro. Look at his face.
We'll be talking about as we discuss the stupidest criminals of all time.
Alright, talk to me.
Take for example MacArthur Wheeler, who robbed two banks in...
Volume straight. Hold on, let me switch to this screen real quick.
Broad daylight, as he thought that pouring lemon juice on his face would make him invisible to cameras. When shown the banks of...
Why? Like, I don't even understand. Turn it up a little bit. Alright. I don't even understand. Bro got tire marks on his face. I don't even understand the thought process for that one, bro. What?
Surveillance footage, Wheeler refused to believe that he was visible, stating to officers, "But I wore the juice," believing that as long as he didn't come near a heat source, he should have been completely invisible. Police concluded that Wheeler was not crazy or on drugs.
And he wasn't on like bath salts or like K2 or something? He just, but I wore the juice, bro. What the fuck?
Just incredibly mistaken, with the lemon juice mistake eventually costing Wheeler a 24
Wait, 24 years? What did he do again? Rob a bank?
When shown the... As he thought that pouring lemon juice on his...
My fault, I need to hear him say it again.
You robbed a bank or criminals of all time. Take for example MacArthur Wheeler, who robbed two banks in broad daylight, as he thought that pouring lemon juice on his face would make him invisible to cameras.
I can't even begin to think like what made him think that. The marker guys, they're just like retarded. They're just stupid as hell. But like, I don't even begin to understand. I can't even understand the thought process that he was
visible, stating to officers, "But I will."
Just thought he was invisible, like
as long as he didn't come near a
shit.
heat source, he should have been completely invisible. Police concluded the Wheeler was not crazy or on drugs, just incredibly mistaken, with the lemon juice mistake eventually costing Wheeler a 24.5-year prison sentence. However, if we're on the topic of terrible disguises, then we can't go past Dennis Hawkins, whose disguise as an old lady wasn't much better. His sweater accompanied fake boobs, a full beard, and...
You gotta be kidding me. You know what's crazy? I saw probably like 4 people that looked like this, like without, trying to do it for a disguise at Rolling Loud, New York. When I say Nicki Minaj had the, what do they call it? The girls and the gays out, bruh. I've never seen, I wasn't at Nicki Minaj's part of the show, but we knew that that's who they were there for. I don't think I have ever seen that many gay people in my life, I swear to God. Or should I say, not even gay people, because obviously you couldn't tell that, like, what people were gay or not. But that many, like, cross-dressers, bro. There was a black dude that was like 6'5", like pink wig, full beard, like muscular, and obviously wearing girl clothes. Like, yo,
fittingly clown pants, with this insanely recognizable outfit helping police to catch Hawkins only an hour after the robbery. The police chief for the area stated, "He would get my nomination for dumbest criminal, I think. You still have his black facial hair with a blondish wig. Definitely different." Different is also
a pretty good disguise, if you ask me.
McGuire's disguise, who robbed an Illinois convenience store while covering his face with a clear plastic bag. He was only able to obtain $60.
Wait, did they just unblur it? Did they just unblur it when I looked away?
With a clear...
Okay, I was thinking that like with the blur, that was like the camera just struggling to actually pick up his mask.
McGuire's
Bro,
disguise,
what
who
the
robbed an
fuck?
Illinois convenience store while covering his face with a clear plastic.
Bro, who did you think you were fooling? Like, you didn't look in the mirror before you did it, and like, of course he didn't, bro. That's why he's in this damn video. But like, you didn't think for a second this might not work. Like, a clear plastic bag, bro. No one's gonna see you.
He was only able to obtain $60 from the robbery.
And you did it for $60. Bro, nah. Bro put a plastic bag on his face and robbed a gas station for the price of Call of Duty. Like, what the fuck?
However, due to his extensive criminal history, he was sentenced to 15 years in prison for the
Oh, so he's just
meaning that he had to spend
this.
1 year in prison for every $4 stolen from the store. Talk about a bad return.
without all of his other criminal history too, that would have been like barely like months of
bad
jail
was
time.
Paul Sinclair's,
God
who
damn.
attempted to rob a
Alright, I'm
bank
gonna
in
stop pausing.
Florida by using his fingers curled up into a gun shape. The quote-unquote weapon.
Okay, I know I just said I'm gonna stop pausing, but are we serious? There's no
was so non-threatening that the bank teller gave him only $120.
Wait, what?
Attempted to rob a bank in Florida by
Hold
using
up.
his fingers curled up into a gun shape. The quote-unquote weapon was so non-threatening that the bank teller gave him only $120, after which he'd flee on.
As funny as that is, why did the ouch. I just choked on my food. Why did the bank teller give him any money to begin with? Like the joke pity money is funny in theory, but why did he give him anything to begin with when he's sitting here like, all right, Pinhead, put the money in? Like, are you kidding me? Bro, if you don't smack him, like, what the fuck? Y'all could have jumped his
before
ass.
being caught by police only 10 minutes later. Then there was James Blankenship,
could've
who
just
thought that
swung on
robbery
him.
was legal as long as you did it at a certain time of day. Back in 2013,
What?
Blankenship broke into his own mother's home, after which the police were called, who would take to their Facebook
mother's
page
house.
later that day to explain what had happened. He fled the scene upon seeing his mother. The male was located under the house hiding in a crawl space. When advised of his
That's
child-
kind of a W hiding spot, though. Like, how did they catch him? I mean, obviously they were checking the area, but oh, somebody saw him. Somebody saw the witness run behind the home. Okay, well that's kind of obvious then. I was about to say that's actually kind of a smart hiding spot, low key, in the crawl space, like because they would have thought he just fled. I thought you could only be charged with burglary if you break in
Just
during
made
the
the
night
statement.
time.
I thought you could only be charged with burglary if you break in during the night time.
I can't even
Blankenship was
explain
given
that one, bro.
180
What?
days in jail in order to pay a $100 fine. Yet this wasn't the
$100
only time
fine.
when a person was dumb enough to think that a law didn't apply to them. Because when Reuben Pavin was caught stealing from a charity thrift shop in New Hampshire, he'd state that he thought everything was free because of the name of the business, Finders Keepers.
Hey, he's smart. Hey, hold up. Nah, hey, I can't. You know what? You can't even be mad at him for that
free
one.
because of the name of the business, Finders Keepers. The sign did say
Bro.
Finders Keepers, so I took that
need to
DVD
get something
player,
to
took it
drink.
home. Pavin told the local
I can't even be mad at him for that. The place is literally called Finders Keepers. Like, as you know,
TV station. A couple of weeks later, the stuff is still there on the porch, so I'm thinking to myself,
Finders Keepers.
Finders Keepers. They probably just put stuff out there for
It
people.
was a free yard sale. Look, he actually had a genius excuse, bro. They should have let him go for that.
The business responded via Facebook stating, "This man who was caught on video is saying it is all a misunderstanding. He thought everything at our store was free."
I would have believed him.
Is that really the best defense you could come up with?
called
After which
Finders
Pavin
Keepers.
reportedly turned in the stolen goods to police, holding
And he turned the stuff in? Bro, don't arrest
he's
him.
not
Don't
a bad
arrest him.
person or a bad dad, and is rather just unbelievably stupid. But was he as dumb
Oh, they
as
didn't
Derek
arrest him?
Mosley,
Nice.
who in 2013 attempted to rob a store named Discount Gun Sales by using a baseball bat?
You dumb mother. For one, the idea of even robbing a gun store crossing through your head has to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. You don't think they're like strapped to the T with all kind of Call of Duty Warzone like attachments on their weapons? Like, you are not getting anything from them to begin with. Not only that, but he brings a
When
baseball
Mosley allegedly
bat.
barged into discount gun sales and smashes
He just
display counter with his
He's gonna
baseball
up a
bat,
gun
the
on
store
you
manager
instantly.
simply pulled out his own personal firearm and pointed it straight at the would-be robber,
Fucking
holding Mosley
idiot.
in the store until he was arrested and charged with first-degree robbery.
Bro thought he was gonna
A similar
walk in there
story
and
then
get
came
a
out of
gun.
Texas in July 2022 when a gun store was robbed at knife point, although this tale instead ended in a body bag as the robber was fatally shot by the store owner as he tried to exit with his loot.
They
But
shouldn't
what
have let
happens
him
when
live.
you
Good.
accidentally call 911 whilst committing a crime? Pocket dialing the police is probably a fairly common occurrence.
Yeah, I did that in like it wasn't robotics, but it was some kind of club. I accidentally called the police in my pocket. And we were talking about like building stuff too, so they probably thought we was actually committing crimes about like building bombs in there.
However, for Carson Reinhardt and Nathan Teclamariam,
They ended up showing
it
up
happened
after
at
I
the
left.
most unfortunate moment, specifically while they were breaking into
So I
a
hope
car.
they
The alert
explained it pretty
dispatcher
good.
soon realized that the call was an accidental one, and moreover that the guys on the other end might be up to no good. For the next 35 minutes, the dispatcher stayed on the line, listening and gathering information, as Teclamariam and Reinhardt did the following.
Reinhardt?
Discovered a car that they thought they could burglarize, discussed how to break into the car, allegedly broke into the car, exclaimed in delight over finding narcotics in the car, became confused as to how and why a police car
Rewind. Re-fucking wind. What did they just say?
that
They discovered a car that they thought they could burglarize, discussed how to break into the car, allegedly broke into the car, exclaimed in delight over finding narcotics in the car, became confused as to how and why a police car was following them as they drove away, and reacted in disbelief. Oh, because they were on... Wait, they had the whole thing on 911.
they thought they could burglarize, discussed how to break into the car,
Oh
allegedly
my
broke
God.
into the car, exclaimed in
Ryan
delight
the
over
Change
finding
Perfection.
narcotics
Yo,
in the
now
car.
that's so crazy that like some me playing Overwatch comes in here and this nigga's name is actually Reinhardt.
Became confused as to how and why a police car was following them, and reacted in disbelief when the arresting officer revealed that they'd been on the line to 911 the entire time. Scott Simon found himself in a similar situation, although under much more severe circumstances. Whilst on trial for murder in 2015,
Damn, murder.
Scott was successfully sentenced to life in prison, as 2 years prior he'd pocket dialed the police while admitting to a friend that he was the one who committed the crime. He had no idea he called 911.
Why are you telling
a
anybody
sheriff's
to
office
begin
spokeswoman
with?
told the Miami Herald. He basically told
So hold up, so he was gonna get away with it.
himself, as did Albert Bailey, although
That
in
nigga
a
ugly
much
as shit.
stupider way. Bailey had planned on robbing a bank in Fairfield, Connecticut, although rather than exercising the element of surprise,
Imagine
he'd call the
Ryan's
bank
big ass trying to break into a car. Just imagine him trying to fit into a
Right, so-
car, bro. Like he has to drive. I can't even say an 18-wheeler because those aren't that big in the driver's seat.
the robbery stating,
Bro got to drive one of those like cube cars and take out all the seats.
I want $100,000 in large bills and no die packs. I'll be sending someone into the bank to get the money. Don't call the police, we are monitoring the police scanner. Prior to making this phone call, Bailey had already served 7 years in prison for a previous bank robbery. However, this new plan was equally ineffective, as after arriving at the bank to collect his cash, Bailey was locked inside, arrested, and sentenced to another 9 years in
Wait,
prison.
so he didn't think that like the police would just be waiting there for him?
Although, if he wanted to avoid this time behind bars,
Ew, no, these look like Fallout enemies, bro. These aren't real people. Nah, they look like these look like they came straight out of like Chernobyl.
he could
like,
have had a
nah,
chat with
bro.
Tito and Amanda Watts, who got arrested in Florida for selling tickets to enter heaven at a
You're fucking lying.
price of $100.
Oh, bro, $100 for a ticket to heaven?
Tito Watts said
And people were buying them?
in his police statement, I don't care what the police say, the tickets are solid gold. And it was Jesus
And Jesus gave them to
who
them?
gave them to me behind the KFC.
Okay, it kept getting more ridiculous, bro. So not only were the tickets to heaven solid gold, and Jesus gave them to them, but it was behind the PC, behind the KFC,
And said to sell them so I could get me
so he could get some money to go to outer space.
out of space.
No, you can't skip over that part. I met an alien named Stevie who said if I got cash together, he'd take me and my wife on his flying saucer to his planet that's made entirely of drugs. He would take you to the planet that's made entirely of drugs. And this is the man that's saying that, by the way. Are we surprised? Are we really surprised? It sounds like a South Park episode. They probably did. They probably do know about this. They probably did say something. Said you should arrest Jesus. What? You should arrest Jesus because he's the one that gave me the golden tickets and said to sell them. I'm willing to. Wait. Yo, wait, I cannot. Hold up. I'm willing to wear a wire and set Jesus up.
Because he's the one who gave me the golden tickets and said to sell them. I'm willing to wear a wire and set Jesus up. The couple of
there's no
apparently earned over 10,000.
And they got, hold up, 10,000 divided by. There's no way they sold 1,000 tickets to heaven. There's no way they sold $1,100 tickets to heaven. There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way 1,000 people bought those. There's no way.
Dollars from the stunt, meaning that they were able to find people even dumber than them.
1,000. Well, okay, and some people, there was probably some rich people that bought a bunch of tickets to heaven. Why? Like, what?
One of which.
That's crazy, yo. I didn't get in trouble for it, but we used to sell quote unquote pixie dust in elementary school. We were just selling like, it was a mix of like eraser shavings, like just a whole bunch of like colorful stuff, and we would sell it to the kids in younger grades. I don't remember. I think it was like what, like either $1 or like $3. We actually made a decent amount of money, but then a teacher told us we had to stop.
Which might have been Ruben Zarate.
We used to tell the kids like it would make them like, it was on some like, you know how when SpongeBob was selling the chocolate, he was telling them that it would like make them younger and stuff. We told the kids that like the pixie dust will make them fly.
Attempting to rob a muffler shop in 2000.
We actually got a couple sales, bro. That's W business to be asked.
Zarate was told that the shop couldn't access the money safe without their manager, who didn't begin his shift until later that afternoon.
So
instead of bailing on the robbery, Zarate instead gave them his phone number, asking them to give him a ring the next time the manager was in. They did so later that afternoon, although after returning to the store, Zarate received no money and was instead met by police and charged with aggravated robbery. Then there was the man who gave the people he was robbing something even stupider. The unnamed robber walked into a London bank carrying a gun and a bag, which he'd take to the front desk before demanding £700,000 in cash from the bank worker. But after making his demands, the crook handed over his gun to the cashier instead of the bag. Investigating authorities stated, the guess is that he is very inexperienced.
What?
And panicked when he approached the cashier.
How do you even make that mistake? Bro, if... Bro, what? How? You have the bag right here and the gun in this hand. Give me everything. And he let go of the gun. How? How is that even
handing over
possible?
his gun instead of a bag by mistake. But it was Trevor Jones who left an even
he needs some chapstick.
More damning piece of evidence at his crime scene. After breaking into a house in Atlanta, Jones took a moment to check his Facebook on the owner's computer before leaving without logging out.
I couldn't take a bite.
Jones took a moment to check his Facebook on the owner.
What the fuck is your problem? Bro, you committed a successful crime and could have deadass just left and got away.
After breaking into a house in Atlanta.
What are you checking your Facebook for?
Jones took a moment.
How does that, like, what? Oh, what? Come on, bro, no. Like, I be rooting for the criminals and some of this stuff, bro, but like, how?
To check his Facebook on the owner's computer.
Why did you check your Facebook? You couldn't wait. Did phones not exist yet? He couldn't do it in the car.
Less than 3 years later, a similar story entered news headlines, reading a 26-year-old Minnesota man has been tracked down by police after leaving his Facebook profile logged in at a house he allegedly robbed.
How did you have that much time to do that?
Ending. The homeowner decided to message the robber via his Facebook, stating, "You left a few things at my house last night. How can I get them back to you?" Which was followed by the robber agreeing to come back to the home so he could collect the stuff he forgot. However, the robber didn't get any of his items back and was instead arrested.
Bro. Like, of course he looks like that, bro. Never.
Still wearing
He's an idiot,
a watch that he
he was wearing dude's watch. Yo, nah, that's a flex. Yo, he came there, thought he was about to clown this nigga. Yo, he thought he was so slick, bro.
Stolen from the night before. While both of these idiots used social media poorly, at least they didn't brag about the robbery in a YouTube video, as is what happened in the bizarre case of Hannah Sabata.
Like
in
a character out of
2012,
Scott
at the age of
Pilgrim.
19, Sabata stole $6,000 from a bank in Nebraska, and while almost anybody else would have simply kept quiet, Hannah instead took to her YouTube channel Jelly Beanie to upload a video titled Chick Bank Robber.
We're watching that. If it's still up, we're watching that.
In which she'd straight up admit to having just committed a robbery. She'd then discuss her entire methodology for the crime while showing the money and the amount that had been stolen, before concluding the video by describing the vehicle she had used and that it had its license plates removed. This information eventually resulted in Hannah Sabata's arrest and sentencing of 10 to 20 years prison, done so in a public courtroom filled to maximum capacity with people who had seen the video. Just 2 years prior to this, 21-year-old Frank Singleton was being released from Palm Beach County Jail, having just served time for a trespassing charge. The only issue was he didn't have a car to leave the jail, so he decided to steal one from the visitors' parking lot, yet the car he decided to steal was—
You're fucking lying.
Jail, having
Stop
just served
it. Stop it. Stop.
20 maximum capacity with people who had seen the video.
He's lying,
Just
bro.
2
This
years
isn't
prior to
real.
this, 21-year-old Frank Singleton was being released from Palm Beach County Jail, having just served time for a trespassing charge. The only issue was he didn't have a car to leave the jail, so
Frank, bro, no. You can't. You didn't. No, Frank, you didn't, bro.
Steal one from the—
Frank, bro. Frank. You were getting released from jail. You just served your time. And you didn't have a ride home, so you just thought you were just gonna steal a car from the jail parking lot.
Yet the car he decided to steal was a manual, and he could own.
And I just add the icing to the cake. He just could. He said Franklin from GTA. Yeah. Cause Frank, bro. So to add insult to injury, you tried to steal a car and it was a stick, and you didn't know how. Surely, if he knew how to steal the car, he could have at least got the car started. And he doesn't even have to know how to drive stick to at least like roll out. Like, I know how to drive stick, and it's not super hard. Like, he could have at least gotten the car rolling. Like, come on,
Singleton
bro.
sat in the car looking like an idiot before being—
Why didn't he just get a different car at that point? Like, there's so many.
And sentenced to a further 6 years in prison.
Fucking idiot.
Telling deputies that he tried to take the car because he didn't—
Walking to his home about 6 miles away. They couldn't let him call somebody to get a ride. He couldn't get a Uber, a bike. Nah, bro. Like, 6 miles away, that's a hike. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's a pretty long walk. But like, you really thought the next best option, not to like ask somebody for their phone to get a ride or even hitchhike. Nah, he thought the best option was to just steal a car. Like, take the bus. Well, he probably didn't have no money from the bus coming out of the jail. But like, still
feel like walking to his home about—
I bet if he told like, if he told them, yeah, I just got out of jail, they might let him take the bus.
Miles away. And while you may be sat here thinking that these criminals can't get any dumber, it's time to introduce 53-year-old Michael Anthony Fuller. While it's common knowledge that the US banknote doesn't go any higher than $100, Fuller had the genius idea to create a counterfeit—
I'm done with this video, bro.
$1 million note before trying to use it at his local Walmart. He loaded his cart with a vacuum cleaner, a microwave, and various other items totaling $472.
So not only did he make $1 million bill, yo, like, just saying that part is crazy enough as it is. Not only did he just print up $1 million bill, but he went to Walmart of all places, and his total wasn't even $500. You couldn't just save up? Like, bro, he didn't have a job. 472, and he handed these motherfuckers $1 million bill.
Cashier expecting $999.
Oh yeah, let's just take $999,528 out of the register for change. Oh, and don't forget the actual change too. They gotta hand him some cents too.
$1,528
There's
in
no way.
change. Needless to say, Walmart wasn't able to facilitate this, and instead store staff called police. Fuller was later charged with attempting to obtain property by false pretense and uttering a forged instrument.
Bro, when this title said the stupidest criminals of all time, I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what I expected, but some of these people, like, there's just no way.
Behind bars.
Like these ones, no, nah. Tickets to heaven, and they managed to sell 1,000 of them is insane. I think the fact that they even sold 1,000 of them is more crazy than the story of Jesus giving them the solid gold tickets behind the KFC so then they could afford to get to outer space to talk to Stevie, who could take them on their flying saucer to the planet made out of drugs. I think the fact that they actually sold 1,000 of them is honestly crazier than that. And they were really just gonna, so they were gonna rat on Jesus? What the hell is wrong with them? They were gonna snitch on Jesus for giving them the for giving them the tickets. All right, I'm not watching the CNN shortened version. We're about to watch this full version. If I upload this, I might keep it in the video. Chick bank robber. So this is her bragging. Let's see the description. I just stole a car and robbed a bank. Now I'm rich. I can pay off my college financial aid, and tomorrow I'm going for a shopping spree. Bite me. I love Green Day. She has like 11,000 followers now. Does she have any other videos? So she actually had other videos too that she was like, she wanted to be a YouTuber. Over like 6 videos. She has a couple videos. Dog hears boy fart.
Kitty.
What was that? Did he hear you fart? Diddy!
Anyways. Hey, damn. This is the intro to her telling us that she robbed a bank. Hey. What kind of iCarly? Nah, she really made a hit with this one. Hey, hold on, damn. I stole from a car. Okay. Is the whole video like this? Okay, I can't watch this. Look at him, bro. Look at his stance. He's the GOAT. Yo, pause. They call themselves the Johnsons?